What's going on? This is your man John Fortune, your host of the Frustrated Fan Sports Show. And today, big news out of Dallas, big news out of Los Angeles. The Dallas Mavericks trade away Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis. And now Luka ends up in LA and Anthony Davis, oft injured Anthony Davis, ends up in Dallas. And a deal that, in all honesty, makes no sense. It makes sense. It may make sense for the Lakers in regard to the post-LeBron years. I think that LeBron miscalculated with the Bronny situation, and I think that the higher ups on the Lakers didn't like that. And they're now understanding the mistake they made when they gave LeBron as much power as he did. It doesn't mean that LeBron is an awful person. It doesn't mean that he's an awful player. It doesn't mean anything of that such nature. But I think for the first time they found out that they gave LeBron power that he should not have had. And with the Bronny James thing, it's kind of biting them in the butt. But I will say this as well. There is something going on in Dallas that is not being talked about, because prior to this particular trade, days before, maybe two days before, the Dallas Wings, the WNBA team, was doing the exact same thing. The Dallas Wings were offloading their star players and trading for players and draft picks. That is what's going on. Something is happening in Dallas that they are getting rid of a lot of, I don't know if it's baggage or what they perceive as baggage or what they think is baggage. There's something going on in Dallas because the WNBA team made a buttload of trades in 2 days. And then now to see the NBA team make the biggest trade where they get rid of Luka Doncic, that is a huge thing. With trading Luka, to me, I think there is something that's not being talked about or something that hasn't come out yet, because it's odd for a team to trade not just a superstar, but their face of their franchise. Now, for y'all who don't remember, I do remember, I think it was last year, where it seemed like they were kind of babysitting Luka. You know what I'm saying? Where, remember, there was the situation where he was out in the hallway and he was drinking the beer, and the guy had to come over, and because he saw that the cameras were on him, the guy had to come over, take the beer from him, and then walk away. Most people probably forgot that thing. So what is going on in Dallas that they felt the need to trade away their superstar? Not only this, they are talking about the fact that the Dallas Mavericks general manager was the one who called Rob Pelinka and asked him about the trade straight up. So again, this was Dallas. This is Dallas sitting there calling about the trade, not the Lakers calling about the trade. Not only that, we're also seeing as the Lakers keep giving away their future draft picks. I mean, another number one that is out the door now. What is happening that, to me, I understand the Lakers, what they're planning on doing. They need post-LeBron. The problem is that they don't know what's going on with Luka, that a team would call them and give him up, like the Dallas Mavericks would call the Lakers and be okay with giving him up for often injured Anthony Davis. there is something that is not being talked about. Like I said, prior to this, their Dallas Wings team was doing the exact same thing. They were offloading talent. I don't know if this is a reset. I don't know what's happening, what's going on. But the fact that I think that we're about to see more pipeline guys go. We're going to more than likely see a Kyrie Irving trade. Something of that such nature that's going to sit up there, and the trades are going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to keep happening because, again, we're seeing this Dallas, the franchise as a whole with the Wings and the Mavericks. They're both sitting there getting rid of players, offloading players, and they're stacking draft picks. So, again, what's happening, I don't know. But this is something that, is absolutely mind-boggling. And like I said, I don't think we've ever seen a team offload what was basically the face of their franchise at a time when he's still in his prime. I would have to really think back because, and we're talking about a guy that was traded. We're not talking about a guy that was like signed away as a free agent or anything of that such nature. We're talking about a guy that was a superstar. I think maybe Charles Barkley is the closest thing I could think of, because I think he was traded from the 76ers to the Suns. The fact that I can't think of anyone at this current, maybe Russell Westbrook, because Washington got him from because he wasn't the star, because I think Washington got him from the Rockets. I cannot think of anybody. I can't think of a guy who was the face of his franchise, and not only the face of his franchise, but also a star, and a big star still in his prime, being traded. Oh man, I can't think of anybody. I'm honestly going through my data banks, and like I said, maybe Charles Barkley is the closest thing I could think of, because I do think that the 76ers traded him to Phoenix. I think they traded him to Phoenix, because I don't think he went as a free agent. I think he was traded there. Man, I cannot think of anybody that was just traded. But yeah, was Paul George, I think, might have been traded. But Paul George wasn't at the level of Luka at the time. If he was traded, I guess you could probably say James Harden. But even with James Harden, I guess you could say James Harden. James Harden is probably the last time we saw the face of a franchise actually traded away, at the time that he was still the face of the franchise, and there was nothing that was. I would say James Harden, probably James Harden. But again, we're talking about the case of what is happening in Dallas, that they're okay with trading away so many stars in this calendar season, because again, the WNBA team is making the same moves, the exact same moves. I think I forgot who they got. I think they got Dejanay Carrington out of from the Connecticut Suns. I think it was the Connecticut Sun that they got her from. But they've been getting a lot of their players. They've been getting a lot of players lately. So and they've been trading away a lot of players as well. So this is one of these situations where we're starting to see a complete revamp in Dallas that's going on. And like I said, with them trading away Luka, which is a very huge thing, what is going on with Luka that they felt the need to do that? Not only that they felt the need to make the call to the Lakers to do that. Now they say that the Jazz is involved in this trade too, so we got to find out what the Jazz get in this deal as well, because we don't even know what the Jazz is giving up and what they've gotten in return. So it's a very bizarre thing that is happening, that we do not see what is going on and what could be the impact of this whole thing, because this is quite the bizarre exchange that is happening when it comes to the Dallas Mavericks, because nobody could have ever imagined seeing Luka Doncic traded away. And again, like I said, this could have something to do with the Mavericks probably feeling like they just don't want to deal with that type of headache anymore. It could be something more to this Luka thing, because again, it just comes off as strange that this is happening. And again, the Wings were doing it. The Wings, it seemed like they were probably offloading some of their star problematic players as well to bring in other players, because they just didn't want to deal with those particular headaches. And a reset would be the best thing for that team. But the fact that you're seeing it on both sides, and not only that, on the NBA side, you got rid of your face, the face of your franchise. Yo, that is big. And not only that, you're talking about what you was just in a big game last year. So, I mean, this is like bizarre beyond bizarre. So, we'll definitely see how this pans out, how this goes on. I do feel that more information will eventually come out, because I don't think that everybody's just blown away by the trade, but there's nobody asking the questions that need to be asked right now. And the question that definitely needs to be asked right now is, what is going on in Dallas and with Luka that made them feel that trading him away was what they needed to do, and then trading him away to the Lakers, and then getting in return Anthony Davis, who's injured all the time. And not only that, you got enough big men down there already with Daniel Gafford and I forgot the other guy that's down there, but you already got enough big men down there as already. So what prompted you to do this? What prompted you to make the call to the Lakers and then go ahead and make the deal? So, man, this is something big, boy, I tell you. And with the NBA season still going on, this is gonna somehow impact the NBA season more than what people expected. Now you're talking about the Lakers got a big star, but how does LeBron and Luka mesh when both of them need the ball in their hand, which is kind of crazy. Not only that, again, are the Lakers accepting this with the understanding that we got to show LeBron he doesn't have quite the power that he thought he had with us, and the fact that the Bronny James thing doesn't seem to be working as well as they wanted it to work or thought it was going to work, and they're like, yo, we can't have this guy basically usurping our franchise. Y'all, I mean, I want to know how y'all feel. Fans, y'all please tell me how y'all feel. Lakers fans, tell me how you feel. Mavericks fans, tell me how you feel. This is crazy. Not only that, anybody who feels that they even have a little piece of information, let me know what y'all think. Other than that, this has been your man, John Fortune, and this has been the Frustrated Fan Sports Show.